So tell us about the new poll breaking here.
Well, Alex, thanks for having me on for this breaking story. As you know, last week, Bloomberg was the big story that there was a dead heat in Iowa. Well, this week, things have completely changed. What we've been able to discover through an independent polling company called Research out of Indiana. They've been in business for 18 years.
No, that's a respected group. That's a respected group. Please continue.
So what we discovered was not only is there a three-way dead heat for the lead among Republicans, we factored in, we asked the pollers, we asked the people taking the poll if they were Republicans or independents and if they would actually re-elect Obama. Now, if they said no, we said, okay, well then, would you consider voting in the Republican caucus? And if you did, who would you vote for? Ron Paul came in overwhelming, over the top, with a 4-point lead over Herman Cain. Okay? That means the margin of error was 3%. So even at the worst case scenario, Ron Paul has a 1-point lead. Best case scenario, 7-point lead in Iowa. There is a
by the way, I got to stop you. This integrates in with national polls showing Ron Paul dead heat or 3 to 5 points. There's a spectrum of scientific polls, Zogby, Gallup, you name it. He's either dead heat or 3, 4, or 5 points ahead of Obama when they run those two head up against each other. This is big news. Please continue.
So basically, Ron Paul leads at 25% with an approximate 4-point advantage over Gingrich and Herman Cain. Okay. Now, there was another question that we asked. I said, look, I want to know where the national security concerns are of the people of Iowa. As you know, tonight there is a CNN debate about national security. That's the whole purpose. So we asked this question. We said, where do your concerns lie? Iran, China, Russia, Iraq, and one of the answers was interventionist foreign policy. That came in at, 25% of all respondents said that interventionist foreign policy is the greatest threat to national security, Alex. This is a big story.
It is, and you were gracious enough to give us the poll first. So I do believe, I'm not there, I'm in southern Utah, but I believe we have the poll there. So we're going to try to put that on screen, or if Aaron has it there in studio, we can zoom in on that. Gary, start at the top of the poll and just read through the results. Again, tell folks the company, and then run through this breaking news here.
Well, basically, the company was Research Corporation out of Indiana, and what you're getting, Alex, you're getting the early results. We're going to have a full spectrum, detailed analysis of the whole breakdown of the survey tomorrow. We haven't even had time to digest all the results, but the horse race questions are in, the foreign policy questions are in, and the definitive data comes back that Ron Paul is the leading candidate, and he is going to take Iowa because of the crossover. No other candidates, Alex, no other candidates have crossover appeal. Ron Paul is the only candidate that can actually take votes from Obama.
Incredible. If Aaron has and when I did a Zogby, that's how it was. The one day I got the big first general ones, and then I got this whole booklet of detailed breakdowns and women this, men that, black, Hispanic, Native American. I mean, yeah, they break it down just into ridiculous minutia for the focus groups and people. And see, we're doing what the big guys do. We're going out and doing our own polls. I should do more of this. I'm glad Franchi's doing it. In fact, I did this for Ron Paul back in the last election 4 years ago. So great job. I think it cost us $5,000. Like, this is, really gets the word out. But Aaron's got it. Aaron, read that preliminary data or not even preliminary, that first run of data with the big horse race questions. Read that on air.
I have says new Iowa poll places Ron Paul firmly in first with 25%. Congressman Ron Paul is leading by a significant margin in Iowa, according to results from a new Research poll. Revolution PAC supported the presidential candidate Ron Paul by conducting the poll, and it gets into how disaffected Democrats and independents were also included in the poll. with a very large sample size of 2,900. I believe the standard polls only use 1,000 normally, Alex.
1,001, yeah.
And that includes also in this 2,900 sample, 700 likely Republican caucus goers. So that is an across-the-boards sampling of the Iowa voters.
All right, I want to be specific, though. Gary Franchi joining us from RestoreTheRepublic.org. To be clear, you did poll Republicans by themselves, then you did a general poll and found he was even over the top. He's in a dead heat with Republicans, not second place, dead heat. But we now know other side of it polls, they claim he's second place, but that's how they spin him. Our own internal info shows he's way over the top as number one. But you're saying Republicans, he is dead heat, but you're saying that with across the board, he's winning.
Yeah, and just to be clear, Restore the Republic did not commission the poll. It was the Super PAC, the Revolution PAC, that commissioned the poll.
No, I understand. I'm just plugging the fact that you also run Restore the Republic.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is that, like you just noted, 1,000 is generally the sample size. We went beyond that. We got almost 2,900 actual respondents. We've actually significantly one-upped the Bloomberg survey because we have actually more Republican caucus goers, and we did, like you just mentioned, we had a jump question that asked those disaffected Democrats and independents who they would then vote for if they were to participate. And like I said, the overwhelming response, Ron Paul with the crossover vote. And the Republicans need to hear this. They need to pay attention to these numbers. If they really, if it's a party game and they want to play a party game and they really want to win, this is the man. His name is Ron Paul, and he can take it all the way to the White House, and he can restore this republic, and he can bring back liberty in America, Alex.